this was a really bad idea. But then again, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I've been exploring the New York City golf scene for the last few years, and last summer I challenged myself to play all 18 golf courses in New York City proper before the end of the year. During the entire journey, I got this idea that I just couldn't shake, and eventually I decided I had to give it a try. One hole of golf at all 18 golf courses in New York City in one single day. The ultimate New York City composite round of golf. It's a pretty stupid idea, but what good is a stupid idea if you don't give it a try? So that's what led me here to South Shore Golf Club at 5 a.m. in the middle of May. When I was coming up with the idea for this video, I thought maybe it would be something where I'm trying to play for a score or set the quote-unquote course record. I very quickly realized that that's not a realistic goal when you're spending half an hour in the car in between holes, but hey, we'll give it a shot anyway. This first hole, this is the 10th at South Shore Golf Club. It's a nice hole, teeing off next to the clubhouse there. And we actually had a good tee shot, completely chunked our wedge here. Mitt check at 5 a.m. after about an hour drive. The battery tunnel was closed, so it took a little bit longer to get out here than I thought. Did not hit a great one. Wasn't really that bad either, though. Let's see if we can make a putt. Answer's no. That's all right. Yipping short putts is unfortunately a reality of putting your golf game on camera. Next hole, we're here at Richmond County Country Club. This is the only true country club in New York City. Really, really nice course here. It's at the high point in Staten Island. You can see the water down there in the bay. It's very cool of these guys to let me out. They said I could get out before they had a tournament going that day. So yeah, we zipped up there. This is also the 10th hole. It's a par 5 down the hill here. Really, really beautiful views from this tee box. I hit a pretty good one. We ended up in the middle of the fairway here. I believe this was a 6-iron that I completely pulled. But, you know, not too bad of a result. Did a really, really, really good job of framing this shot. Part of the challenge with the day was that it was just me doing this, so I had a big giant tripod that I was dragging around everywhere. I forgot to turn on the microphone at Richmond County, which is why there's no sound right now. But yeah, originally when I was planning this, we were going to have a crew, and we had some people who were going to join us, and that ended up falling through at the last minute, which was fine. I figured to give it a shot anyway, but yeah, having to film everything myself definitely made it take probably twice as long. Another 5-foot putt here for par. Yipped it, of course, is what it is. That's all right. I don't mind making a 6 here. 3 over after 2, I've done that before. Next course, we are at Lerette Golf Course. Lerette, as the Staten Island guys pronounce it. This is the 17th hole. Really nice cape hole here. It kind of sweeps around to the right. Not the best angle to see it. Yeah, we hit a nice banana peel around the corner there. I've got that shot on lock. Hit the earth about 2 inches behind the golf ball here. Left it way short. Yet again, this seems like a pretty manageable chip. Didn't hit a terrible one. It just didn't climb up the hill quite like I was hoping. I really, really, really wanted to make this putt. I was starting to get a little nervous at this point that like, who on earth is going to want to sit through 18 holes of me just making double bogeys? But not to be. That's all right. We're starting to get our head around the fact that we're playing golf all day, and we got to just figure it out. Next hole, this is Silver Lake Golf Course, the working man's country club. There are 4 courses on Staten Island. This was the last one. This is like a stupid decision on my part. This is the 12th hole. This is a really tough hole. Really narrow tee ball that I hit under those trees. First technical difficulties of the day. I did not capture my punch-out shot. You're going to have to take my word for it that I hit a rather subpar little hooking 6-iron to in front of the green. Used my torpedo hands to blast this chip well by the flag. It was right next to the tripod. And then I realized I had these guys walking up behind me. I was like, fuck, dude. Now I got to worry about cutting in on people. You just look like such a doofus. I'm not going to make them wait for me to drag the tripod to another angle. So we just hit this putt, which was a par putt. I probably should have taken my time on it. But you can see it dropping into the frame here. That is another bogey. So we are 5 over through 4 holes. Now we're driving back. We're on the Verrazano Bridge. And here's our first update from the day itself. All right, we're here in the parking lot at Dyker Beach. I think I found a solution to my problem of playing really crappy golf. I've been filming on this giant, it's a Sony A7. It's like such a whole big thing. The tripod to hold it is so massive because it's kind of heavy, so the tripod needs to be stabilized. It's this big, giant thing. I feel like such an idiot bringing it to the golf course, and all these like Brooklyn guys are just leering at me. So I think for this one, maybe the next few, I'm gonna just use the little action cam, which can just clip onto my golf bag, and hopefully no one even knows that I'm filming. And we can play some good golf. That's really my biggest obstacle right now, is being in my own head about being a content guy, which is kind of stupid because I'm the one who decided to do this whole thing. But anyway, that's where we're at. Dyker Beach, 5th hole. Let's go. All right, this is the 18th hole at Dyker Beach. Hit a big old pull here over on the left. This is actually in the first fairway. This was the first hole where I had to do the hostage negotiations of rolling up to a group of guys and saying, hey, I'm doing a thing for the internet. Can I set up my camera and film myself playing this one hole with you guys? The guys I play with, they were actually really cool about it. Dyker Beach, though, you know, it could be really hit and miss out there. This is probably the, I guess, spiritual home of New York City golf. It's where Earl Woods learned to play, fun fact. Busiest golf course in the entire planet. There's like 10 people on this hole with us. And then another 24 waiting for the first tee. Another 5. That was a really nice bunker shot I hit, which I was very nervous about. But anyway, on to the next. This is the Reese Park pitch and putt, which is over in the Rockaways. Awesome, awesome little spot on the beach over there. 55-yard hole. We got to get something going. We're hitting off a mat. I don't have to worry about chunking it. Hit a good one here. Cash. All right, we can play golf. Deep breaths. It's not over. Reese Park is literally right around the corner from Marine Park, which is probably my favorite golf course in the city. This is the 10th hole. They were gracious enough to let me just zip out there. Wonderful people out there. Look how good of a condition the course is in at Marine Park. It literally looks like a country club. The wind was so into our face on this one. And thank God I did not hit record on the 3-wood that I tried to hit that got blown off the face of the earth. Ended up over here. I promise you didn't miss much. Pretty subpar, wedge or whatever to here. Once again, my torpedo hands show up. Blast this one way long. I focused on this putt for so long. Wanted to make it more than anything in the world. All right, here is the situation update. We are through 7 holes. We are 7 over. Brutal lip out just now at Marine Park. I don't know how that didn't go in. Whatever. I thought we might have kind of been back. Got a nice little bird there at Reese Park. I know it's a 55-yard hole or whatever, but I don't really care. Golf swing feels kind of sketchy. It's really hard to get into a rhythm when you have half an hour of New York City traffic in between holes, but as the day goes on, hopefully we're gonna figure it out. Just slammed down 2 hot dogs at Marine Park, which I think was much needed, but also sometimes when I have hot dogs, I get really tired and I'm starting to feel a little bit low energy. Slugged a coffee as well, and it just didn't even touch me. So yeah, that's gonna be an ongoing situation to monitor, is the energy levels. Otherwise, it is exactly 12 noon right now. That means that I have 8 hours of daylight left to get all this stuff done. So we have 11 holes left. I don't know. It might get a little bit sketchy at the end there. I think we'll figure it out, though. Forest Park, yet another hostage negotiation situation. Trying to cut in here at 1 o'clock on a beautiful day seemed like it was going to be an absolute nightmare, but I did find a gap. The two guys that I crashed did not really seem to care for what I was doing, which, to be fair, very understandable. Completely juiced. I think I hit an 8-iron. That should have been a 9-iron. Just can't go long of this hole. You know, it's not that hard, but I ended up doing just that. Tough to stop it near the cup. All right. This is the moment where I think I just gave up on hitting cups and playing good golf. All right, in-car update. I think I blew it. We're on the way to Van Cortlandt right now from Forest Park, which I think was supposed to be like a 25-minute ride, and traffic is just so bad. The thing I think that might have really boomed me today is I'm filming this on the Monday. The New Jersey Transit is on strike. So I'm over in Long Island, but there's just more cars on the road. There's just like a higher volume of people all around the city. I think when I was going through Staten Island, the traffic was a lot worse. I had to call an audible because the original route had us going through New Jersey to get up to Van Cortlandt, which was just not possible with how bad the traffic was today. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, we are at Van Cortlandt Park, the most famous New York City golf course, the oldest public golf course in the entire country. This is the second hole, is about 7,000 yards. I think it's really 630 or something. Went driver, and I still have a 7-iron. Granted, hitting driver off a deck on an upslope out of the rough. Did not get all that much on it. I am so tired at this point that it's really starting to move very quickly. But still theoretically could salvage a par. I mean, look at that. Just so lazy, walking so slow. I think by now I've probably had like 4 coffees and a Red Bull, and the fatigue is really starting to set in. But, you know, hey, we'll yip another short putt with the bottom of the wedge. It's another bogey. It's 9 holes in the books. We're cruising. Hey, that's pretty good. All right, we surrendered. Ended up playing 15 holes at Van Cortlandt instead of chasing down the rest of the back 9. I don't really feel too bad about it. I had a nice little walk out there, but got the front 9 done. I think we'll probably have to save the back 9 for another time. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and peace. All right, that's the end of the video. This is our first YouTube video, so of course, like and subscribe if you thought it was kind of interesting. I also made these hats, which I am selling at the link in my description here. New York City Golf Sickos. I've been collecting pictures of people walking around with their golf clubs on the subway, on the streets, wherever else for about 3-4 years now. It's one of the most amusing things to me. If you're a sicko and you want a hat, snag one at the link below. And otherwise, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.